Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a couple of interesting things. So Visa is looking for blockchain engineers who have worked with Ethereum and Bitcoin. They also mention Ripple in this article. CBDC is the most important trend in payments, says Visa crypto chief, and there's bank runs in China despite them making new records on their stock market. And Expedia and Travala join forces to offer frictionless crypto travel booking. So this is honestly pretty exciting. If any of you guys want to travel and you want to use your crypto, or especially, we're all expecting our crypto to go up. We wouldn't be invested here if we thought it was a losing investment. So, potentially at when prices are a lot higher, we could be booking some vacations. So with that said, like the video, especially like the video if you're excited to be booking travel with crypto, because this is essentially what this does. So let's start here. So Expedia Group has launched a new partnership with travala.com, the leading crypto-friendly accommodation booking platform with over 2 million hotels in 230 countries. And guys, I'm guessing this is right off their website, a picture, and book hotels with crypto. You have Bitcoin, AVA. Now, AVA is Travala's cryptocurrency, kind of like the native cryptocurrency of their website. Binance Coin, Ethereum, and I don't know if these are the only ones they have, but if they are, I'm sure they will end up adding more. So powered by EPS's versatile API, Rapid, more than 700,000 Expedia Group hotels and accommodations are now available via travala.com. On the site, travelers can book trips using more than 30 forms of cryptocurrency. Okay, so you can use 30 forms, and these are including but not limited to Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and AVA. So at EPS, and this is Senior Vice President at Expedia Group. At EPS, we are passionate about innovation and recognize that booking and payment choice continues to evolve in a fast-changing world. So biggest thing that stands out to me is payment choice. Our aim is to support travala.com to scale their business faster than ever before. Through our expansive travel supply, partner support, and cutting-edge tech, we specialize in helping partners like Travala build fantastic experiences for their travelers. Now, Juan Otero, CEO and co-founder of Travala, said, with cryptocurrency adoption on the rise, we want to ensure our users have payment choice and transparent pricings for every trip booked. So get that. They are even acknowledging cryptocurrency adoption on the rise. And you know what? Companies are going to want to take crypto as payment because as crypto goes up, and again, look at they're realizing it's on the rise. They're going to realize this stuff's adopted, and if they don't already, they're going to realize that this stuff isn't going away, and it's going to be a big fight over who is getting these cryptos, who is accumulating, especially something like Bitcoin, which is deflationary. Anything deflationary, it's going to be it's like wealth extraction. Who has all the Bitcoin now? How do we get the Bitcoin out of their pockets, right? Just like things like Lambos, you have people who they make a lot of money and they lose that money because they start buying dumb things like Lamborghinis and $100,000 Rolexes, and all that stuff is wealth extraction. That's a way to steal wealth from people who don't know how to properly preserve it. Because if you think preserving wealth, especially with crypto, Lambos run rampant in the crypto industry, and if you think you're going to hold on to the wealth you make in crypto by buying Lambos, I will probably see you at the soup kitchen in 10 years because you will definitely not. I mean, just look at the people who win lottos and look where they end up after a couple of years. They usually end up broker than they were before because they get themselves into just massive holes. So in May of 2020, with backing from the industry-leading blockchain company Binance, Travala merged with Travel Bybit to create one of the world's largest blockchain-based travel agencies, enabling further ease of payment for travel bookings with cryptocurrencies. So this is the CEO and founder of Binance. Travala.com has proven their ability to build a world-class travel booking platform. We're excited to see the development of Travala.com's relationship with Expedia Group as they enhance the use of cryptocurrency in travel. In 2018, Expedia Group introduced EPS Rapid to give companies with a travel offering access to competitive accommodation rates and availability from a portfolio of over 700,000 properties with 35 plus different property types in more than 35,000 destinations worldwide. The API allows companies across the globe to customize their travel offering end-to-end from shopping to booking to payment. And this just goes over, about Travala, about Binance, but mainly the more fluffy stuff. So that I'm bullish for it, guys. I'm all for it. I can't wait. I think people who own crypto now. I think traveling is going to be probably a big thing for a lot of people who own crypto. I mean, traveling is everyone likes to travel. Who doesn't? And most people travel when they have the extra money. And crypto is going to put a lot of extra money into people's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a movement after just like people who are crypto rich. We saw it kind of in 2018. They started interviewing, like the youngest Bitcoin millionaire and, things like that. And I'm sure it'll happen again. There's going to be like a new wave of wealth created and, it's fun times. If you guys like daily cryptocurrency news, I cover Bitcoin, altcoins, everything in the crypto space that is going down and happening, keep you in the loop. Make sure you subscribe to the community. Also join our Discord where we keep the conversation going. If you do join the Discord, just introduce yourself, be active. We just want it to be a close group of people where we can have real good discussion. Link is in the description. And with that said, if you guys could like the video, thank you so much. And let's get into Visa looking for blockchain engineers. So payments giant Visa is on the lookout for blockchain engineers according to its recent job posting. So it's not rumor or anything like that. It's a job posting. The Fortune 500 company that accounts for 53% of all credit card transactions has several open positions in Austin, Texas, and Foster City, Cali. The job description states that Visa is specifically hiring someone with strong expertise in Ethereum and its blockchain architecture. We're seeking a strong developer experienced with Ethereum and blockchain architecture to be a part of a team tasked with building distributed application. This means that a developer has to be well versed in the Solidity programming language that is used for building smart contracts on top of C++ or Java. Their ideal candidate has worked with Bitcoin, Ripple, and enterprise blockchain platform R3. The responsibilities of Visa's new hire will include leading its unique blockchain initiatives, writing code, and keeping track of new technologies in the space, which I thought was interesting. I would love to know more of, what does that mean? What does that even mean, keeping track of new technologies? So Visa has been hiring blockchain engineers for its fintech division for years. As reported by You Today, the company launched its blockchain-powered payment system, B2B Connect, last June. The service, which was disclosed in 2K16, allows Visa's corporate clients to conduct instant and frictionless cross-border transfers. In November of 2019, Visa also filed a patent that describes the creation of a digital fiat currency. So guys, that is that. Visa is not slowing down. In fact, they are putting down the gas even harder. So across the board, guys, we're seeing companies get more and more into crypto. They're not slowing down, and they're not staying where they are, but they are actively onboarding new employees. They're actively building infrastructure. They are actively seeing what blockchain is going to do. I think these big companies now have realized that blockchain is basically like the internet was, right? What blockchain is going to do is exactly what the internet is going to do. The internet is the very fast movement of information. Blockchain is basically that for payments, right? If we can do it for information, why can't we do it for payments? And now that tech is here. It's here for payments, and it's going to come. We even had a couple days ago on a video. I think it was one of these. I think it was this video right here, the Ripple XRP and Pay ID, where we had somebody. I think it was Giancarlo or somebody, and they were literally talking about how they're going to tokenize stocks. They're going to tokenize real estate. They're going to tokenize music and art, and you'll be able to interchange these immediately. You'd be able to, everything's tokenized. You can buy the digital representation of those assets. So extremely new things are coming, things that people are just not going to expect, not going to understand. I think there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve to all this. Obviously there has to be, but nonetheless this stuff is getting rolled out, and the companies that aren't getting behind it, they're going to go belly up like they already are. So let's jump into this now. CBDC is the most important trend in payments, says a Visa crypto chief. So central bank digital currencies, also known as a CBDC, may just be one of the most important trends over the next decade, says Visa's head of crypto. See, so Visa even has a head of crypto. So Coy Sheffield, who runs credit card giant Visa's crypto projects, tweeted that as governments evaluate CBDC, the path they decide to take will have major implications for privacy, monetary sovereignty, geopolitics, and financial inclusion, as well as global adoption of crypto dollars and Bitcoin. This is what he says. I'd argue that central bank digital currencies is one of the most important trends for the future of money and payments over the next decade. Regardless of anyone's personal views of whether it's good or bad, the reality is that global interest in it is not going away. Now, the thing is, guys, if everybody has a CBDC, how are they all going to interchange with each other? You know, they're all going to have different market caps. There's going to be, you know, different liquidity in all of them. And, you know, how is the system of trust going to be? How are they going to move in and out of each other? The more I see people building up CBDCs, the more bullish I get on Ripple and what they're doing and all their talk about CBDCs and the interoperability. We're seeing all the infrastructure taking place across the board. So Sheffield has been a proponent of CBDCs for a while now. In May, Sheffield said central banks are not interested in consumer-facing digital currency solutions. Visa has not been shy about its interest in digital currencies. The company filed a digital currency patent application earlier this year. Central banks have been experimenting with the idea of offering digital currencies themselves. The Bank of Japan announced it would test out the feasibility of a digital yen to see if it can provide universal access and resilience to those who want to use the virtual currency. Japan is just one of a handful of countries looking at digital currencies. China could be coming out with a digital yuan soon, though no date has been revealed yet. So guys, interesting stuff nonetheless. I think CBDCs are also, you know, a very, obviously it's trending. We're seeing it every day come out. Visa's acknowledging it's an important trend. Now the thing is just when everybody has a CBDC, which one are we going to use? Well, in my opinion, I think that you'll be able to use all of them, but there needs to be some type of instrument to communicate through all of them and to interchange them. The price of Bitcoin right now is grinding up. It's at 92.84, so we're on the up and up for now. XRP is up an entire cent at 18.5. Cardano is sitting just under 10 cents. Chainlink at 484, Stellar at just under 7 cents, Vechain at just under 1.5 cents. It's teetering back and forth. I think when I looked 20 minutes ago, it was 1.5 cents. So everything is basically, you know, grinding up a little bit right now. We'll see what happens. Our fear and greed is up a little bit since yesterday at 38. Now it's at 40 because probably, you know, everything's going up a little bit. And with that said, let's get into this. So we know that China just had like a market, stock market, a record in their stock market. I think they just reached all-time highs, but they're having bank runs. You know, kind of weird. Same thing in the U.S. where, you know, the economy, you know, doesn't look too good. There's a lot of unemployment, but somehow our stock market is just on the up and up. You know, things that make you go, China is imposing checks on large money transactions after several bank runs threaten to topple smaller banking institutions. Limits on businesses and individuals withdrawing large amounts of cash without prior approval will first be introduced in Hebei province. And so get that, guys. You need to get prior approval before you withdraw your own cash out of your own bank. Do we see why Bitcoin was created now? Like, this is exactly why Bitcoin was created, and this is exactly why cryptocurrencies are going to take over, because that's absolutely BS. I shouldn't have to get anybody's approval to take my cash out of anything. It will be first introduced in Hebei province and then extended according to a statement from the government-run People's Bank of China. The new restrictions requires lenders to report withdrawals of upwards of 100,000 to 300,000 yuan, which is roughly 14 to 42,000 US dollars, for individuals and about 70,000 US dollars for businesses. Depending on the region, the measures would give smaller banks time to prepare for large liquidity withdrawals. Over time, they may also cause larger depositors gradually to switch their accounts from riskier local banks to the larger, less risky banks. Something that Beijing might actually prefer if it wants to re-centralize the banking system. See, this is what it's all about. It's about putting all the small guys out of business, right? Beijing might actually prefer it because it wants to centralize the banking system. You see what's happening here, guys? All the small businesses right now are going out of business because of all these regulations and all these, you know, the weird things happening in the world. And who's really making out? Who's really getting the bailouts? Who's really going to win in the end? Well, the people who are winning are the largest corporations, while everybody else who's just struggling to get by, trying to make a little bit for themselves, they're getting screwed right now. So, such a move could serve to bolster China's forthcoming digital currency, which is being rolled out this year. Last month, authorities stepped in to halt bank runs at 2 local lenders, and last year, the Chinese state was forced to bail out and seize several struggling banks. China's bad debt problem is expected to worsen this year with an increase of 8 trillion won, roughly 1.1 trillion US dollars, according to S&P Global. The news comes as China's stock market hit a 5-year high last week on hopes of an economic recovery. One survey showed service sector activity rising more quickly than in the past 10 years to meet a resurgence in consumer demand. But the dramatic moves have sparked fears of a bubble akin to the 2014-2015 bubble, when China's equity market crashed after a debt-fueled rally, wiping out $5 trillion worth of value. So guys, weird things happening nonetheless. And if bank runs are happening in China, there's no reason why bank runs can't start happening in other parts of the world. There's no reason bank runs can't start happening in the US. The only thing that it takes is a little more fuel to be added to this fire, and who knows what type of slope we can start slipping down. With that said, if you guys liked the video, make sure you show it by actually liking the video. I appreciate any support you choose to give, and liking the video does help a ton in helping us grow the digital investor community. If you're not yet a part of us, make sure that you do subscribe. I was also looking at my analytics, and I realized a lot of you guys that watch these videos aren't even subscribed. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're actually updated, because I'm sure at some point YouTube is going to start, shadow banning this channel or whatever else. We all know what YouTube does to people who make content in the crypto space. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have the bell notifications on. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you all on tomorrow's video. Remember, link to join the Discord is in the description. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.